The following announcement has been paid for by the NCO. You're pretty good, but you're no Connor Oberst.
Look, you saw the team builder, and if you didn't, I suggest you pause this and go watch it right now. John brought basically everything you would expect John to bring against me. He didn't bring Mega Sizer, which is questionable, but we were prepared for it. Tyrantar had a berry. I EV'd some stuff to live bullet punches after, you know, like belly drums and stuff like that. Like, if I was gonna do that. So, he didn't bring it, which is fine. But, you know, didn't really expect Piloswine, but I can dig it. I can dig Piloswine. Seems pretty good against stuff like Garchomp, I'd say. And, it's got, you know, Ice Ground is good coverage, but, you know, whatever. We're gonna start this match. And I'm going to try and sweep him with a belly drum chestnut. Now, I thought to myself, you know what? I gotta lead off with Hamatanga. I gotta get his spikes down. I gotta see if I can make something dead. He's gonna Volt Switch here, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know exactly. He's like probably Assault Vest. That's fine. He brings in the Hadragon, and I go for just regular spikes here, and I want to hit Destiny Bond in case like he predicts something or misses this Draco. I also want to check and see if it's Scarfed. Now I know it's Scarfed, and it was well worth the trade because really all I wanted to do is set up spikes with Frostlass. I didn't plan on it to do anything else. But now I can go into the cleaner, and he has to switch out. And I know he's going to switch out, so I'm going to Agility first before I do anything. Anything. He takes spikes damage, I hit this Agility, and I'm like, great. Piloswine seems like the perfect switch in. I'm going to set up a sub to see what he's going to do. And what he does is go for Icicle Crash. I set up a sub because Ice Shard, actually, from the Piloswine, I can take that, and the sub will live. So, but if he's going to go for Icicle Crash, like, no, that's fine. And I'm like, dude, maybe he's Goggles, but, like, if he's not, I have to know. And either way, I can take an Icicle Crash if he is Goggles. But he's not Safety Goggles, which is great. Now he's going to switch out. He's going to go back into the Blitzkrieg. A little Blitzkrieg bop. And I'm going to set up a sub on his switch. And I'm like, great. Great! This is great. Everything is going according to plan. Baton Pass to Chestnut. Hell yeah. I assumed he would Volt Switch, and I'm like, great, this sub will live a Volt Switch. The only problem is that, in fact, John does not Volt Switch, and he's Thunderbolts. I'm like, well, things are no longer going according to plan. I start doing calcs. I'm like, alright, Exo Sentry, fucking the HP Ice. I'm not going to be able to be alive after a Belly Drum, so I can't Belly Drum. I have to hit him. But, you know, he's going to hit me with Extra Sentry. It's going to activate my Citrus, give me another shot at this Belly Drum. I'm faster than him, so what I should have done here is actually, I should have just Belly Drummed, because he probably didn't want to lose his Raikou. But I went for Drain Punch, trying to get health back. And in doing so, I fudged myself because he's got Rocky Helmet. And I'm like, oh, if I had Belly Drum there, winner, chicken dinner. And you know what? Also, Substitute here would have been cool, but I switched into T-Tar, predicting the Psychic. I got T-Waved, which is a drag because it's Dragon Dance T-Tar. I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll fire off a Crunch. I'll try and hit this boy. We'll be okay. There's still the contingency plan, and I can still pull off the Belly Drum. I know it, but I get fully parried here. Even though it's gonna resist Crunch, like it would have done a nice chunk, and that would have been good. I'm gonna have to switch into Colin here, just right into Colin. I gotta threaten this thing. I gotta hurt it. I gotta hit it hard. He's gonna go for the Heal Bell. I'm like, okay, Piloswine's not asleep. That means everything's kind of working out still. I'm like, all right, there is a second chance for me. I can do this again. So I'm not giving up on the dream. I don't want to let the Hawluchadors down. I want to get this belly drum chestnut off. I highly regret watching this video and not clicking belly drum after hitting the Raikou, because of course you would want to save it. Of course. Like, why wouldn't he want to? Should have belly drummed. I'm in a position now where he's just going to be able to wish stall and get his health back, and it hurts my soul. I know he's going to protect here, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go back in the cleaner. I'm going to reset this damn thing up. I believe that he can fly. I believe that we can belly drum. If I get a drain punch off on the right thing, I'll have enough HP. We can do this again. We can get it done. Also, Colin could use an agility boost. Now, I'm like, great! You know what's really good? Being in against Virizion, because you know what takes Virizion pretty damn well? Is a chestnut, as long as he doesn't have certain moves. And I'm like, alright, let's baton pass. We're gonna go into chestnut. We're gonna hope he's like into something. He goes for sub, and I'm like, yo, hey yo. He's gonna stay in. He's gonna try and get some chip damage off, probably. I feel pretty good. I'm like, you drain punch. Let's get that health back. Let's get back into belly drum range. Feel pretty good. I know I can take a hit from this guy, probably pretty well. I'm up over half, but he goes for hidden power. It's either ice or flying, probably ice. And I take it, but yeah. But now I can't belly drum. I'm like, alright, look, I have to drain punch because he might stay in. But I know in my heart of hearts that Reuniclus has to come in because it's got Rocky Helmet. And I'm like, drain punch! Maybe drain punch will do enough damage to negate the Rocky Helm. It doesn't, is the spoiler alert that I will give you. And at this point, I'm like, fuck, the dream is dead. Seed bomb this thing, do some damage. We're gonna put him at about half, and take a psychic and die. And that hurts me. It hurts me good. And if you turn off this video now, I wouldn't blame you, because it does, like I said, it doesn't matter whether I win or lose. John has no idea what I'm going to bring for him in the playoffs, and I feel like there's a pretty damn good chance that we'll meet in the playoffs. Colin comes in, he's going to return something, Pilosine takes it. I don't want to take an Ice Shard damage on Colin. I want to leave him as close to full as I can. So I go into Wheezing, and what Wheezing can do is set up a Toxic Spikes. And Toxic Spikes will be good, because extra damage is always good, and I know he can't stop it. The thing I know that will happen here is I have the Papyrus Berry. I'm going to taunt it in case he wants to set up like Calm Mind, Recover, whatever. He actually goes for Focus Blast here. It's like, great. That's just fine. I'm going to switch into T-Tar now because I know he's going to have to go for Psychic. That's how Pokemon works. He mispredicted, and now I can take advantage of it. Give me momentum. Now, hey, right here, I was like, you know what would be great? You know what would be great is if, like, Stone Edge. I think I Stone Edge here. No. Maybe I just Crunch here. Maybe I do nothing here. But this, yeah, I think I get fully parried again. No, switching. Ooh, I switched out into Wheezing. No, into Venomoth. Venomoth comes in. That's pretty good. I have no faith in this thing to do any amount of damage. I'm going to set up a substitute. It's going to pop my Salic Berry. I'm like, great. I could pass speed to Colin. I could pass maybe the sub can get off to Colin. And that would be fucking rad. So I'm going to take a little bit of damage. And he's going to go out to Poison, which is cool. I know here he's going to bring in Hydreigon. Actually, I didn't know it, but I thought it was surprising. And I was like, well, I'll just sleep this thing. This thing is a huge threat. Rock Slide hits. And I'm like, great. If I sleep this thing, I'm pretty golden at this point. I feel pretty good about life. My lease on life is high. He misses. I missed the sleep powder. I miss it. It's not good. It's not good at all. In fact, it's the absolute worst thing that could ever happen to me in my entire life. So I go into the Blizz quiz. Gonna take a rock slide here. And should I live an attack, or should he miss? I'm clicking Memento. I thought he would for sure go for Draco, but he's Scarfed. So I go for Memento here. And this Memento will give me a momentum, as this Raikou takes a ton of damage. Spikes, and now it's poisoned. Feels pretty good. So I Memento this thing. He's -2 in attack and special attack. Feels good. Reason goes down. I'm like, great. Tyranitar can come in. And I'm thinking, a good attack here, I could either Crunch, Stone Edge, or Fire Punch. Dragon Dance is stupid because I'm paralyzed. So I'm going to do one of those things. And I decide, ultimately, I think Fire Punch is the play because Virizion comes in, irresistible stabs. It seems like the obvious switching, so I'm clicking Fire Punch. But he goes into Florigus, which is fine, because after the spikes, after the toxic spikes, after the sand, and this Fire Punch, he's going to take a lot of damage. I'm like, great. Fire Punch doesn't do a ton, but like the sand wears him down. He gets leftovers, but he's going to take some poison damage as well. I'm like, this feels pretty awesome. Now I'm like, alright, here. He's probably going to switch or wish or something. I'm going to go for Stone Edge. He Moonblasts me, does a lot of damage. I get the special attack fall, and I'm fully paralyzed. And it, I was furious. It was like Tyranitar. 2 times it could have done something. It did nothing because it's not my fault. Just not my fucking fault. Probably should have gone into Venomoth here, but I was thinking I'll pass an agility to Colin, we'll be fine. But really, I should have just kept Tyranitar and set up the sand again. That should have been the play 100%. I didn't do it that way. But again, this week doesn't matter. So I go into Colin, and I feel Protect coming. I know it, because he wants to, but no. I just click Return, because there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to click Return. I'm like, hey, let's pray. Because he's going to send out Reuniclus. It's like, a crit crunch would kill. It's a tongue twister for you. It's got sand, it's got poison. Crit crunch, do it, daddy, do it. Colin with the crunch doesn't pull it off. I take Rocky Helmet, I take Life Orb, Psychic, he doesn't have to rely on Focus Blast. Psychic was right play. Psychic will take out the Colin. I have no attacking moves on Venomoth. Even still, he has Stealth Rocks up, so Venomoth will just die to Stealth Rocks anyways. And we take a loss. It is 0-4. It is fine. We are still in first. We are first the best. I don't know who ever came up with first the worst. We are first the best. So we are first the best. We are 9-2 with plus 19. The next, the Donphan and the Marill and the Red Sox are all 8-3. But Donphan's plus 21, Marill's plus 20. Unfortunately, Nick is plus 16 because he took 2 forfeits, and you never know. He'd probably be higher up on the scale. But we're still in first, which is fine. John is lagging behind. He's now 8-3 with plus 10. So we got our playoff hopes are alive. We're gonna make the playoffs. Easy. It's done. It's a done deal. We can't miss at this point. But I will guarantee you something. Let me guarantee you something. Now, I wanted to have a little fun today. I wanted to show off. I want to have a good time. I want to give you Hawluchadors a treat. Those of you who have been my fans from the beginning. And those of you who have been fans since I demolished Daniel, young Daniel. Now, here's the thing. I beat Shady once this season, and he's my last game this season. I play him next week. Shady, his heart is not in this game. Shady, his mind is not in this game. Shady is not ready for the Fizz train. Shady would like to think he is a blip on my radar. But in fact, he is not. He means nothing to me. He gave up weeks ago. I mean, let's face facts, shall we? Let's do it. He is so far down my list. He is 3-8, minus 14. In the bottom of my division, in the Kanto Red division. He's out of the playoffs. There's no way he's going to make it. So let me tell you something. This week, he's not going to care. He's not going to care. He's not going to put in the time. He doesn't put in days of time into this, like I put in days, like the front office puts in days. We all work really hard. Even this week, where we were taking a week off, having a little bit of fun, you don't think I didn't run calcs? You don't think I planned this all out? I looked at John's team, I said, what's he gonna scarf? It's gonna be Hydreigon. There's no way he's scarfing Raikou because he doesn't do that. Raikou is good because of its versatility and moves, and its bulk. You don't want to scarf that thing. He's scarfing Hydreigon. That's his scarfer. You know, and I knew that, and I planned for it, and it almost worked. Now, Shady is going to get swept this week. He is. I'll be 10-2. I'll be probably plus 24 at least. You know what that translates to? That is a 5-0 victory. I'm going to shut him down. I'm going to retire him too. Retired Crimson. I took a shot at retiring John, but he came through. Barely. I had him in my clutches, and I let him go. Because I want to destroy him in the playoffs. That's where I really want to break his spirit. I want to build up his hopes. And then I will bring him down to the depths of hell where I live and where he belongs. Shady this week, he is going to get retired. I'm sorry, I love you, super kick his freaking head off his freaking shoulders. He doesn't stand a chance. This is my time. This is my championship. This is my season. My season was season 3, and it got ruined for me. But this season is my season, and I will not stop until my hand is wrapped around that title, and I raise it high above my head. You all bow. Hit my music.